Hi friends, I'm Sophia. Welcome back to Pixelpalette Dream Home. There's a specific kind of magic that settles over a white cottage farmhouse when the leaves begin to turn. It's a feeling of returning to our roots, where the air smells of wood smoke and the floors creak with stories of generations past. Today we're exploring traditional fall decor that honors those memories. Let's step inside and rediscover the timeless beauty of a truly classic American autumn. The journey begins at the threshold. In a classic white cottage, the porch isn't just an entrance, it's a handshake with the neighborhood. To capture that vintage essence, one avoids the plastic glitter of modern stores. Instead, the focus shifts to the organic bounty of the land. Heirloom pumpkins in muted shades of sage, slate, and cream are piled with intentional randomness against the whitewashed wood. A pair of rockers, perhaps passed down through a family lineage, sit ready for a crisp evening. Woven baskets filled with dried corn husks and bundles of cinnamon sticks lean against the doorframe. This isn't just about curb appeal, it's about a lifestyle that values the slow transition of seasons. For homeowners considering a home renovation or seeking to maintain the integrity of an older structure, these natural elements highlight the architectural soul without distracting from it. Moving into the living room, the fireplace serves as the undisputed anchor. In a traditional farmhouse, the mantel is a gallery of history. One might find a collection of weathered brass candlesticks, their patina, telling of decades of Sunday suppers. A simple garland of dried oak leaves and acorns draped across the wood adds a touch of the forest. The textures here are heavy and honest. Think thick wool rugs and linen pillows that have softened over years of use. It reminds many of us of the days when the hearth was the only source of heat, and the family gathered not around a screen, but around the flicker of a flame. It's a space that feels settled, providing a sense of security that even the best home insurance policy can't quite replicate. The feeling of being truly home. The kitchen is where the scent of nostalgia is strongest. In a white cottage, the kitchen often features open shelving, displaying ironstone pitchers and copper pots that have seen 1,000 stews. Fall decor here is functional. A wooden dough bowl sits on the island, overflowing with red delicious apples and walnuts. Bunches of dried herbs, thyme, rosemary, and sage, hang from a pot rack, ready to season a Thanksgiving turkey. There is a profound beauty in these utilitarian displays. They harken back to a time when farm to table wasn't a trend, but a necessity. The sunlight catching on a vintage glass canning jar reminds us of grandmothers who spent their Octobers putting up preserves for the winter months ahead. The dining room in a farmhouse is a sacred space for connection. A long trestle table, perhaps scarred with the marks of many crafts and meals, is dressed in a simple grain sack runner. For a traditional fall look, centerpieces remain low and earthy. A row of flickering beeswax candles nestled in a bed of moss and pine cones allows for easy conversation across the table. One might use the good china, the floral patterns that only come out when the air turns chilly. It invites the memory of loud family gatherings and the quiet grace said before a meal. Using high-quality interior design principles, this room balances the starkness of the white walls with the deep, rich tones of polished mahogany or oak furniture. Every cottage has that one corner where the afternoon sun hits just right. To bring autumn here, one might layer an old quilt, perhaps a log cabin or Ohio star pattern, over a wingback chair. A small side table holds a stack of well-loved books and a stoneware mug. This is the place for reflection. It's where one might sit to contemplate mortgage rates for a second property or simply watch the squirrels gather stores for the winter. The decor is minimal, a single dried hydrangea bloom in a bud vase. It's about creating a sanctuary within a sanctuary, celebrating the quietude that the harvest season demands of us. Friends, as we walk through these rooms, does a particular scent or sight bring back a memory of your childhood home? Maybe it's the sound of a screen door or the sight of a specific quilt pattern. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. Let's share those beautiful fragments of the past together. In a working farmhouse, the mudroom is the transition between the wild outdoors and the tidy indoors. Here, fall decor is found in the arrangement of utility. A row of sturdy iron hooks holds waxed canvas coats and wool scarves in deep burgundies and forest greens. A wicker basket by the door is designated for muddy boots, while another holds umbrellas and walking sticks. This area celebrates the doing of autumn, the raking of leaves, the late-season gardening, and the bracing walks through the woods. It reminds us that a home is a tool for living, and there is a deep satisfaction in a space that handles the mess of life with grace and order. The bedroom of a white cottage farmhouse in the fall should feel like a cocoon. Heavy linens are swapped for flannel sheets and weighted duvets. The color palette stays neutral, whites, creams, and toasted oatmeal, but the layers increase. A vintage trunk at the foot of the bed might hold extra hand-knitted blankets. Decor is kept sparse to encourage rest, perhaps a small wooden bowl of potpourri made from dried orange slices and cloves on the nightstand. This room reflects a respect for the rhythms of nature, acknowledging that as the days grow shorter, our bodies crave more stillness. It's an investment in well-being that transcends any luxury home amenity. Traditional decor doesn't stop at the glass of the window. The garden of a white cottage in autumn has its own somber beauty. Instead of clearing everything away, many traditionalists leave the dried seed heads of sunflowers and coneflowers for the birds. A simple grapevine wreath on the garden gate, adorned with a burlap ribbon, signals a season of rest. Old galvanized buckets filled with dried corn stalks stand guard by the shed. This withered grace reminds us that there is dignity in aging and beauty in every stage of a life cycle, a sentiment that resonates deeply as we collect our own years of wisdom. There is a profound joy in bringing the outdoors in. A natural centerpiece in a white cottage doesn't come from a store. It's gathered from the backyard. Think of a weathered wooden bowl filled with moss, gnarled branches, and dried hydrangeas that have faded to a dusty rose. It's a choice that speaks to a lifetime of appreciation for the land. For those who enjoy home improvement projects that cost nothing but time, these organic arrangements offer a soulfulness that high-end interior design often misses. They remind us of crisp mornings spent with grandchildren, pockets full of acorns and hearts full of peace. These arrangements age with a quiet dignity, mirroring a life well lived. As the sun sets earlier, the lighting in a white cottage becomes the final touch of autumn decor. To avoid the harshness of modern LEDs, one looks to the soft glow of lamps with pleated fabric shades or the amber flicker of real candles. The way the light bounces off the white shiplap walls creates a soft, ethereal atmosphere. It's the time for a final cup of tea before the week begins. This evening glow wraps the house in a sense of peace, proving that the best decorations aren't things you buy, but the atmosphere you cultivate through tradition and care. If these glimpses into a simpler time touched your heart, please consider subscribing to join our community here at Pixelpalette Dream Home. We cherish the heritage of home just as much as you do. Before you go, tell me, what is the one tradition you carry on every fall to make your house feel like a home? Thank you for spending your time with me today. May your autumn be filled with reflections of the past and the joy of the present. God bless.